Welcome back, everyone. We are finally on our way to the Bahamas, but not before a few stops along the way. Our first stop is at Kingfisher Bay in Demopolis, Alabama to get hauled out and the bottom painted. Fred and his crew are hardworking and super nice. Our next stop was spending the month of December in Key West with my brother and sister-in-law for Christmas and New Year's. We went for a sunset dinner cruise on Coretta and had a beautiful evening. Manatees are a common sight in the waters and are always fun to watch. Sometimes you get lucky and get to see the babies.
It's huge.
We don't normally stay up for New Year's, but this year was special as we got to experience New Year's in Key West with family. There's usually several variations of ball drops going on around town. After leaving Key West, we stopped at Boca Chica Naval Base until we got a good weather window to cross over to the Bahamas. It's a beautiful marina for military only, with jets flying in and out during the day. The sheer sight and sound of the jets make me proud to be an American. They are much louder in person.
Without even knowing Georgia. Well, I'm on the road, I swear in my soul that tonight I'm gonna paint this town. So bring me to be collide, 'cause I want one for each hand. Let's set sail, Captain Morgan. Oh, never leave dry land.
It's finally time to make our jump across the Gulf Stream to Bimini. We left Boca Chica at 4 a.m. and passed Alligator Lighthouse at 4 p.m. Alligator Lighthouse was built in 1873 and is an iron pile skeleton lighthouse and was named after the U.S. Navy schooner Alligator. As we were crossing the Gulf Stream just off the Florida coast, we found ourselves extremely close to an immigrant boat being circled by helicopters, police, and Coast Guard boats. After an overnight sail, we got into Brown's Marina in Bimini at 9 a.m. Barry walked to customs and checked us in, then we explored the town and got our first SIM card. If we had known how great Starlink and T-Mobile worked through the islands, we would have gotten those before leaving the States. This was all so new to us, and I'm happy to pass along all the things we've learned over the past year and a half. If you are 55 and older, check out their 55 Plus plan. It's $50 a month. We followed a few boats out of Bimini this morning, headed for Mackie Shoals for the night. This is just a shallow area in the middle of the ocean with 9 to 16 feet of water. We were very lucky to have flat, calm waters for the night. Our next stop was Great Harbor Key. We explored the town and an abandoned house on nearby Cistern Island. As we were leaving, we were told the island had recently sold and was now private. After a few days, we moved to the other side of Great Harbor to the Beach Club Anchorage. After exploring the beach club anchorage, we pulled anchor and moved to Spanish Wells, where we picked up a mooring ball inside the harbor. The ball was $30 per night, and you pay the cashier at Pender's Grocery. Customs is the bright yellow building along the water's edge. Spanish Wells is on the island of St. George's Cay with a population of 1,608 residents in 2022. It has a bridge that links it to the neighboring Russell Island. It's so small that most residents use golf carts instead of full-size cars. Historically, the island was used as a last stop for ships to fill their water before returning to Europe. British colonists were among the first settlers after suffering a shipwreck on the reef known as Devil's Backbone in 1647. After living in a cave known as Preacher's Cave, they later moved to Spanish Wells. We rented a golf cart to explore the town and nearby Russell Island. While we were there, we had dinner at Wrecker's, Buddha's, and got homemade ice cream from Vicky's on 29th Street. After departing Spanish Wells and transiting Current Cut, we made it to our anchorage by the Glass Window Bridge. The Glass Window Bridge got its name because sailors were able to see through the natural limestone arch to the Atlantic on the other side. The actual bridge was constructed after the natural arch was destroyed by a hurricane. The two were separated by a strip of rock just 30 feet wide. We explored the bridge and the Queen's Baths, and then dinghied around to Daddy Joe's for an early dinner and found a random swing hanging from a cliff. After a few days, we moved to Governor's Harbor, where we had lunch at the Buccaneers Club. They have a nice grocery store within the fuel station just across the street from the police station. Our last stop in this island chain was Cape Eleuthera. We took a slip for one night before crossing over to the Exumas. The marina grounds were beautiful, but we were told not to get into the water because of the resident bull shark. Thanks for joining us as we begin our Caribbean adventure.